Hey everyone, it's Roulette Star here. Today I'm going to bring you a video from the leveling roulette where I'm playing my Gunbreaker. One of the things I want to do with this channel is kind of dispel the myth that tanking is hard or anything and just show people kind of how easy it is to do tanking in Final Fantasy. I recorded this previously, so I'm just kind of watching it, petting my dog, and we're going to talk about it, and then we'll upload this to the YouTube, make it one of our group videos, right, that we're doing for this year. This will probably be video number 4 on Saturday, even though I'm recording it on Friday. But here we go. So, make sure that you have your buff on for enmity increase, which I did at first, right? This one, just go up and grab that first group. There's nowhere to go, right? So you just grab the first group. You can see I make some mistakes in this because I hadn't played this in quite some time. And so I didn't remember, all the pulls, all the groups, all of that. But all I'm doing is you just run it to the first group and you just cast your AoE combo. For me, that's 4 Alt 4, right? So I push 4, then Alt 4. And on Gunbreaker, that gives you a charge of your gun ability. But I'm not even high enough level to have an AoE gun ability yet. It's only a level 58 dungeon, right? So you really just have to go with what you have available at the level of the dungeon you're in, right? This one, again, you can't go anywhere. I was hoping I could pull these further in, but you can't, so you just have to stand here and kill them. Now, after this group is whenever you should pull the next group to the next group, right? But in my case, I forgot. And, if you're a tank, and especially if you're new to the game and new to tanking, if you just tell people that you're new and you're not really comfortable pulling more than one group at a time, most people will be okay with it. Some people might be annoyed with it or something, especially kind of at high level. At high level, they expect you by then to, be pulling 2 groups at once. Typically, that's typically the standard is 2 groups, and how Square Enix has started designing dungeons that typically forced on you. They're forcing how many mobs they want you to kill, because back when ARR first came out, and now see, you could technically pull that group to this group and kill them all at once, right? But whenever ARR first came out, there were some things you could do at max level to in some of the dungeons to really like grind XP, and there were some of the dungeons that you could just pull so many of the enemies, like most of the dungeon. Like trying to remember one of them. It's the one where you're running away from the eye. You can just pull so many mobs all the way to the boss and then just AoE them all down. It was just huge XP. There were a lot of things that you could do like that. What is that? Oh dang! I guess whenever I was recording this, I guess I accidentally started the video or something. So random. Hello everyone, it's Cerulean Star here. So anyway, here's the first boss. Pretty straightforward. He's got 3 little ads that come with him. Just pick them all up, AoE the ads down, and then focus on the boss. We'll go over his abilities. Get out of that thing that's on the ground. Always get out of the things that are on the ground. Typically, if there's something on the ground, you shouldn't be in it unless it's a tower, right? I don't think there are any towers in this one, though. I mean, I don't think there's any towers in this whole dungeon. So after you kill him, he turns into one of the actual kind of Knights of the Round Table, right? And and continues on his bullshit. Now he actually is going to do some different abilities that are a little bit more. And sorry, whenever you're on a single target, now I started doing my single target rotation, which is just 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, and then whenever you have your Gunbreaker abilities or your Gunbreaker charges up down here, then you just pop those with, on this I have Alt 3 is my single target one. Alt 5 is actually my AoE one for higher level. And then this Alt 1 and Alt 2 have to do with some cooldown combos. Oh, sorry. So back to the boss. Yeah, he'll zip around and drop these orbs. Just stay out of them, right? Just stay out of them. Stay away from them. It's pretty straightforward. Tanking is fairly easy, right? You just push 1, 2, 3, man. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? And then whatever your AoE combo is. For me, it's 4 Alt 4 on every tank. 1, 2, 3 combo, then 4 Alt 4 for AoE. And I put those same abilities on every tank that I have, right? Okay, so after the boss is down, we're going to move on from here. We'll see. It takes forever sometimes. There's a lot of RP in some of these, right? Most people are pretty patient, right? If there are people watching, if you want to watch the cutscenes, you watch the cutscenes, man. Ain't nobody can stop you from watching the cutscene. Tell you that right now. So just do it. So here, I sprinted way farther back there. I probably should have waited until I was closer to the enemies. But always try to sprint before you get into combat because then your sprint will last longer. And see, now my sprint's off already, right? Whenever if I would have delayed it a little bit. Now, there's a caster here, and so a trick is, of course, just line of sight the casters. But guess what? You're also lining sight your healer. So be very careful whenever you do that, right? Make sure that, you're using a cooldown. Did I use a cooldown here? I didn't. I didn't even use a cooldown. I'm an asshole, right? My poor healer probably is like, that dumb fucker, why is he going outside of line of sight? Anyway, stack him up there, AoE him down, right? Now, maybe we could have pulled these into the next room. I don't recall, right? We'll see. We'll see what other terrible things I did during this run through, right? And so, yeah, I think you could have pulled those in here because these giants have to spawn. So I think you could just pull them all the way in. But I didn't remember all the stuff, right? And so you have to come all the way in here for these giants to spawn. And if you would have brought the last two groups in here, you could have killed them all together. Really, actually popped some cooldowns and gotten through this a little bit quicker. Well, so we're not playing with Bone right now. He tried to bring me his rope bone, but I don't think I'm going to play with it because he's just going to distract me and yank me around if I do. So I'm just going to tap him on his little head and tell him it's not really a little head. It's a big fucking head. He's a Doberman. He's huge. He's a huge dog, aren't you, Laszlo? He's only at 92 pounds or so, but all right, so after that boss, this part, yeah, we can grab basically everything all the way up to the next room where it forces you to stop. So just AOE as you run through them, right? It takes some practice to get that timing done, and I'm still not back to being perfect at it. I get it most of the time, but sometimes I miss a mob, right? But again, I'm just AOEing, just AOE. Your AoE combo. It's really just two buttons. Anytime I push another button on an AoE that's not 4 or Alt 4, I'm actually doing wrong, right? Unless I actually need to burn a cooldown or something, at least in this dungeon. In later dungeons, you have more buttons to push, right? But this is technically a leveling dungeon. And what this really is a lot of people, do these dungeons. Ow, Laszlo. That hurt my finger, dude. A lot of these dungeons have to do with quests and stuff, right? So if somebody has a quest for this dungeon, they queue up for it specifically, and then the people who are queued up for it random get paired with those people to help them through it. So like the two sprouts, one or both of them might be, if you look, everyone in this group is level synced, so they're higher level than this, but that doesn't mean they've still never done it. Okay, so here's this boss. Pretty easy first part. Then he changes into, one of the Knights of the Round judges. Don't stand in stuff. Right? What else does this boss do? Let's see. That's just a big tank attack. Not a problem, right? So we're just doing our 1-2-3 combo here. Pretty straightforward 1-2-3 combo, then Alt 3 with our extra attack. Stay out of that just frontal line attack. Just get out of that, right? He's doing it. It looks like he's targeting someone specifically each time he does it, so someone's going to have to move to get out of it, right? There's a couple ethereal tears out there, so now you're going to get knocked back. Don't get knocked back into the tears. You see them out on the sides, right? You see the purple things that were on the left and the right. Try not to get hit into those because they do a lot of damage. Maybe not a lot. I mean, none of this stuff does a lot of damage anymore, right? Sir Grenal. Oh, see, there's one of those. It looks like they're actually at the end of the line. So whenever he those two attacks out, they'll leave those purple things out at the end of them. So just stay out of them. And if the fight goes on too long, he'll do a knockback again. Just, yeah, see, he's about to do it again. But I make sure I don't get knocked into it, and he's dead. All right, looks like we got, there's only one more boss in this dungeon. It's pretty fast. There's only the 3, right? There's still just a lot of RP, right? Just a lot of RP. I pass on all this low level stuff. It doesn't really sell very good. So you saw I sprinted right before I hit the first mob, before I got aggro. I'm going to pull them all the way in. Just, we're going to do all 4 of these guys at once. Even though they hit kind of hard. This time you see I pop a couple of abilities, my Rampart, and I can't remember what the other one is. Rampart is like 20% damage reduction plus healing bonus to you while it's up, and then the other one was a damage reduction on damage done by the enemies. I don't know who is messaging me. Probably my wife. Maybe I should double check that just in case. She's probably on her way home by now. But let's take a look. No, I think we're good. We're good. And so once this group is dead, just don't stand in stuff. It's pretty easy. That's all tank is your AoE combo, your 1-2-3 combo. Don't stand in stuff. Click a cooldown occasionally whenever there's a lot of mobs. Right? I think there's only one more pool here. Yeah, it's one more pool, but it's kind of a weird one. So this one, after you kill this Vault Priest, the 4 statues in the room will spawn. And of course, my camera got stuck in something there for a minute, so it's fucking annoyed me. But anyway, there used to be this belief that if you could kill the Vault Priest before they actually had a chance to summon all these things, then, you know, it wouldn't summon them, but it still does, right? They were dead there. They were dead before they cast the spell. Back in the day, I don't even know if it was possible to kill them fast enough, you know? So these spawn, again, just kill them. This is just AoE stuff, right? Most dungeons are very easy. They don't have a lot of stuff going on with them. Now, whenever we get to the final boss, it has a few things going on that, you know, I don't think I've died to it in a long time, but I wonder if people can still die to it. They probably can, right? All right, final boss time. So, is there a cutscene? There probably is, but I have all my cutscenes that I've already seen turned off. Yeah, see, so cutscene on off. Now, if you have a cutscene, right, see, the other people, they didn't care about cutscenes. Those are probably alts. Now, see, I am waiting because the other sprout was a little bit further back. So we're just hanging out, waiting for them to get here, right? Okay, so they're here, so let's go. Open with the throw, my number 8 ability, because it's high threat, so I should never have to worry about threat after that. At least in a normal group. If you're in a group, you know, like in a raid with 2 tanks, or an alliance group where there's 3 tanks, and you know, if you want to maintain threat over everybody else, just, you know, lob 100 times. Okay, so you see those 2 other people got a chain. They have to spread apart in order to break the chain. Okay, so there's this line of knights. We have to get in the gaps. Okay, he goes to the middle. Casts a big AoE. Hits the whole group. Right, now he's teleporting out. I think we get some ads here, right? Well, I don't think we can fight those now, right? It's, yeah, these. Now you have to go around and kill all these. This will F you up if you don't kill all of these. So try to split up. We split up pretty well. The 2 DPS go together and the tank and the healer go together. And, you know, we killed 1, 2, I think we killed 3 to their 4, and then we killed 1 together. Or maybe we only killed the 2. Oh yeah, see, they're going to kill that last one before we can get there. See, we only got 2. And we killed the last one a little bit, right? It just depends. You know, just split up, kill them all, burn them down. And then after it's done, a big AoE again, right? I have no idea what the hell he's saying, but watch out for the knights, right? So this is one thing that tanks, you know, you get this tunnel vision. Knights might be spawning behind me if I'm not paying attention. They'll just start marching on, right? So I got to make sure I look behind me from time to time and look around the map to make sure you know what's going on. See, here they come, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't notice them. I didn't know they were there. I didn't even know where the safe spots were. But I got lucky, right? Okay, they got chained again, so make sure they break the chain, right? I think that's about it for this fight now. You see, now I have the camera angled so I can see if the knight spawned behind me again, because I'm like, shit, the knight spawned behind me. Gotta watch out for that crap, right? That's what a lot of just Final Fantasy is. Just watch out for stuff, don't stand in stuff, you know, move around so you don't get hit by stuff, right? And it looks like that is about it for this one. That's the end of it. And you say, thank you, good game, things like that. And then you head out, right? You give somebody accommodation, and that's it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was The Vault. See you later.